It is Monday again, 6:30 p.m. EST. We're going live streaming now. You're gonna be. What are you gonna be doing today?
I'm going to draw.
Well, obviously, yes, but what are you gonna be drawing?
I'm drawing a commission. I'm inking the commission that I sketched previously. And it's of Big Barda, which is a DC character that Jack Kirby, I think, invented, created. But before that, I can maybe show some of the recent stuff.
Yeah, let's show the recent things, purchases and magazines and stuff, and then we can talk about Big Barda.
Okay.
Yeah. Switch over to here.
Until people are joining the stream.
Yeah.
So we were at a cool gallery. I guess a gallery. Is it a gallery? Let me switch the lights here. I got this, which is very cool. It's I wasn't aware of there's sort of a gallery slash workspace slash cafe slash another thing that I don't remember. They're doing a lot of stuff.
I think they publish some things as well.
Yeah, it's also a publisher.
Yeah.
They do publish comics, and they started a monthly magazine, which is very cool. I thought it's gonna be something else before I saw it. I had to buy it. So the cover is done by Jima Food.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I think the cover is great. And also the back cover is very nice. I don't know who's the artist here. It doesn't say. Oh, it says Vil. V-I-L.
Yeah, it should say.
Sword Vil.
Yeah.
But the front cover is very cool. It's obviously Jima Food, and I think the guy who colored it did a great job because it fits the style perfectly. It has like a vibe of heavy metal a little bit. So it's a magazine, so they have some comics in here and some interviews, I think. But the style is very like indie, alternative.
Yeah.
You see the style here. I really like the colors. Very cool. So they have some essays and interviews and some comics. I think this is a comic that they publish as a publisher. So the name of the gallery, I didn't say the name of the gallery. It doesn't say it here.
It should say somewhere.
It's Raid.
Yeah.
R-A-I-D. Yeah. This is very cool. Also the coloring.
Yeah, this is very like Cyberpunk 2077 colors.
Yeah, very dark. But it's a very high quality, and I really like the size of it. It's not a magazine size. I think it's a bit wider, and it's a bit bigger. This is also very like 60s alternative indie comics. Yeah,
that's very cool.
Also pretty cool, and they have like an interview with Jima Food here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. I really like the font.
Yes.
It's not very readable. But,
yeah, barely legible.
But you're supposed to know the guy if you read it. I really like his style. That's a cool image.
And by the way, anyone in the Greater Toronto area, rather, if you go to Raid, they have really good empanadas as well.
Yeah. That's so cool. I really love Jim Food style.
Yes.
It's very grungy.
He has his own sort of style that's very
It's
recognizable.
also very cool. I like the color.
The thing that stood out to me the most about the magazine was the color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
The color just seems so spot on. Everything you look at has its own.
And it's different creators.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Even like every single page you turn, even if it's in black and white, it just looks good.
Yeah, it's very
You
cool.
can tell that there's a lot of effort and love put into this. And I hope they keep on putting it out.
Yeah, that's the first one. And also they had like something with Inkbo, which is a cool podcast by Sean Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Food is sometimes
On it.
here and there. And I also got two RT books. This is very, very cool. So RT is a artist from the beginning of the 20th century. And his style is mostly described as Art Deco.
Right.
And this is like a design book that he made for fonts. So it's a font that he created with the illustrations for each character.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah.
it's very cool.
Very cool.
The print quality is not that good, but you can see the design, which is it's a cheap paper. You can see by it has some wrinkles already.
Yeah.
But
Very thin paper, and also
yeah,
I think.
very thin. It's like a newspaper
Yeah.
paper.
But even though the print quality is a little bit not,
This is very.
it's a little bit subpar, you can still tell that what we're looking at, what was actually made and designed, is very, very cool and like high.
Yeah, because the images are very simple.
Yes.
There's not a lot of details, and it's.
I mean, I'm sure the originals aren't blurry, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think it's not blurry. It's like the quality of the paper mostly is not
Right.
not that high.
Yeah, there's a lot of like bleeding into the.
But I really like the designs of the characters.
Yes.
The way he draws figures. It's right.
Oh, I guess that's like a spade, so maybe
Yeah. It's also
it was for playing cards or something.
maybe hearts.
Yeah. Clubs, diamonds.
Joker. Where's the Joker?
I didn't say Joker. I said clubs, diamonds.
Okay. And another book by Erte. And this is the fashion designs. So also very cool. So he's mostly known for fashion design illustrations. You can see like the design is very 20 of the 20s.
Yes.
By
Oh, I thought that was a flying saucer in the beginning. Now I realize it's a hat.
It's a hat, yeah. Look at her, like it's an umbrella, I think.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And I really like the way he does the line. I'm trying to do that.
No, but if you put it a little bit higher,
Oh,
then I can zoom in. It's okay. Yeah. Wow.
The umbrella.
Look at that.
I really like the way he does some of the lines in like only in dots.
Yes.
It makes it look like, as if it's there's a lot of light on the image.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the textures, different textures.
Yes.
It's very cool.
It's very sort of like almost gothic. Almost.
Yeah, it's
right.
Maybe it's a bit because the long figures.
Mm-hmm. And like the dark circles around the eyes and everything's sort of like very noirish. They have very pale skin.
I think we see Gothic in this style because it was developed with the noir movement at the same time from the 20s.
Yes.
So also the paper here is not that good and the print quality is not the best, but I really wanted like to see his images printed on print.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay for that. This is so cool. Look at Look at the way he does the textures on the, I don't know what it is. It's a dress, I guess. Look at the face. It's so
The
crazy.
face.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's
Wait, did you not have another book or two that arrived 2 days ago?
I think I did, but I think that's
Yeah,
we
we'll
should
do it
say
next time.
Next time, yeah.
Okay. All right. So can we look at the page that you finished
Oh, yeah.
that you drew last
Yeah,
time?
for sure. So last time I did I think it's the 4th page from Helix Sky.
Yes.
And I finished it today because I didn't have time to do it this week because I had a lot of other work, commissions, and some stuff I'm doing that I
Still can't talk about.
Can't talk about.
Right.
And so I finished mostly it was this panel and the background, which is sort of like a library and an archive.
Yeah.
And so this is the iconic character that you should see on the next page, but I'm not gonna do the next page today. Today I'm gonna finish the commission. So I've done the sketch already. Sketch is done. Let me switch the lights. Okay. So can you see it?
Yep.
So that's the sketch, and the commission is of Big Barda. And I think I knew the character, but I wasn't really familiar with the lore, I guess, or the mythology surrounding it.
Surrounding it?
Mm-hmm. So it's a character created by Jack Kirby. And I read about it a little bit. And I read that he based the likeness, like the creation of the character, on a famous actress from that time called Levie Kazan. Levie Kazan. And she actually recently appeared on Playboy magazine.
Recently?
Like not recently at that time.
Oh.
When he created.
Oh, she had just
character.
been.
And I do have the pose. I did try to do the likeness of the actress, but I don't think you should show it because it's too explicit. But I do have. I think I have the. So the pose here is based on an image from that photo shoot of the actress,
Right.
and I think you can show it. It's saved on here on the
desktop
here.
Okay.
I don't think if you could. Can you show this?
Yeah.
You think I can show?
Yeah, you can show this. She's clothed.
She's clothed.
I think that's
more
okay.
or less. So that's the pose. So it's based on this.
There's a suggestive shadow, but she's clothed.
I think she appeared like her recent role is My Greek Wedding, or
Recent? In our time?
Yeah.
What's her name again? Levie
Kazan. I think My Greek Wedding. Is there a movie like that named that?
Levie Kazan. Let's see. This
Not Lady.
Levie. Yeah. Cinematography. Okay, she was in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Yeah, in 2002 actually, and then there was one that came out in 2023, which was the third movie in the series, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. That's a crazy name for a movie. Have you watched that? I've never watched it.
No, I never watched it. I think it's a comedy. It's like a slapstick comedy or something.
Yeah, so it says that Big Barda's powers and abilities are Barda is a new god, a race of genetically enhanced beings who evolved godly abilities from their proximity to the source. This gives Barda a level of strength roughly parallel to Wonder Woman.
Proximity to what?
To the source with a capital S. I don't know what that is. This gives Barda a level of strength roughly parallel to Wonder Woman, as well as a high resistance to injury, approaching invulnerability. She's similarly resistant to disease and most toxins. As a former female Fury trained by Granny Goodness, Barda is a master combatant in swordsmanship and raw brawling, which, in conjunction with her raw strength and grit, make her an immediate match for Wonder Woman. In combat, Barda wears Apocalyptian battle armor, which enhances her already impressive durability. In addition, Barda uses a high-tech weapon called the Mega Rod. It enables her to fly, generate energy, teleport, and manipulate gravity. I'd like to have a Mega Rod.
That's the Mega Rod, I think.
I could have. I could definitely have. If any of our listeners has an extra Mega Rod,
please mail it to us.
Yes, please.
Our mailing address is.
Well, yeah. Please let us know at my email account. Mega rods. That sounds cool. Teleportation, energy generation, flying, and just
so
manipulating
the
gravity.
pose she does like something like this with the hand.
Yeah.
In the pose.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about maybe she's calling the Mega Rod, and it's like flying her away.
Oh. Like. Okay. Oh, I see.
So that's the idea. I don't know if it's readable.
If it comes across. Let me see. I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure I got that from just looking at the sketch, but sometimes the idea behind the thing is good for you to get going, and it really doesn't matter if the audience ends up understanding exactly what you were thinking in the beginning, because they're already looking at the finished product, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that people can sort of project their own interpretations onto art as well, like leaving something open to the reader's imagination as well, to participate in, in the perception aspect of the art.
I think people who know the character,
yeah,
maybe they will understand what's going on.
Yeah. I was thinking about this yesterday, about all the crazy magical abilities that we have with characters, and how we, as people in the 21st century, are fascinated with superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
And powers, like in general, anything that's like quote unquote supernatural,
mm-hmm.
is like a fascination of our current culture. And I was thinking about what the reason for that was.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that we feel helpless, or is it that we want to be special, or both of those things? You'd like to be able to protect yourself and other people around you.
So I think it relates to the history of superheroes and the idea that started in the 30s with Superman.
Yeah.
So Superman was created by Jewish immigrants in New York.
Yeah.
And I think the political situation in the 30s was sort of like the government couldn't help the people in Europe. Like they knew that stuff is happening in Europe with the Hitler rising and the rise of fascism.
Mm-hmm.
And the government didn't do enough or nothing in the 30s about it.
Right.
And I think that's the reason they created this character, because if the government does its job correctly,
it protects the citizens.
It's supposed to protect the citizens.
Yes.
And I think maybe now it's kind of like the same thing. I'm not sure if it's specifically now, like there's a rise of interest in superheroes. I'm not sure. More than like 10 years ago?
No, not more than 10 years ago, but for sure more than... Well, actually, that's what I was thinking about yesterday. So even before the modern sort of, 21st century era, a long time ago, you had stories of gods and demons and monsters, and that's also sort of like the Marvel or the DC universe that they had back then, right? So I think mythology, humanity has always
Okay, but
revolved around.
that's something else. It's not superheroes exactly.
But I mean, you could call it, you could give it like a proxy name for both of them. Call it whatever you want. But I think it's like basically the same. Our whatever creates our need or our interest in those stories is was the same back then as it is now, and it just takes on a different form now because obviously people have you could just tell like they've always been interested in the supernatural, in the ultra terrestrial.
I think the like the trope of the superhero is different from mythology. I mean, mythology is mostly about gods, about
Mhm.
like it's supernatural, but it's something else. It's about something divine, something that you
Right.
can't reach. And superheroes are mostly like they're not regular people because
Mhm.
Superman was like he's an alien,
Yeah.
but he is like a regular like person.
Yeah.
And Batman is a regular person. And
Right.
so it's like gods, but it's something that is more reachable.
But remember,
And
the Greek gods were also very much
they were human, like in
human
their
in every other
emotions.
aspect,
Yeah,
right?
but they were gods. They were
Yeah.
they weren't something that you can like be.
Yeah.
You couldn't be a god.
I mean, if you for some reason became convinced that you were a god, then I guess you are, because you're who defines what a god is, right? Is it you do have to be omnipotent in order to be a god? Do you think?
Mm, I think you need to be able to create worlds.
Create worlds. So I mean, at some in some way, humans are doing that,
Yeah,
right? So are we gods then
for the
for ants?
for the worlds that we create, for the inhabitants of the world that we create. Yeah, we are
So
their
we're gods
gods.
to animals, basically.
Yeah,
You could
more
say
or less.
that. So you're
But you
saying that God is like a relative. It's
but
always relative to some
you're
other.
not you can't like create. You're not we're still not able to create their world.
Yes. Well, I
Or
mean,
maybe like digital worlds.
well, that's also a type of world creation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're giving birth to artificial intelligence as we speak over the past few years, and who knows where that's going to lead. And so, if we end up birthing a new form of consciousness, I think that would sort of make us like the
Yeah.
progenitors, right?
Yeah, and
It would make us
that's definitely could be
consider.
considered as gods for the specific. And
Yeah.
that's interesting because if we can be gods but only for the inhabitants of the world that we create,
Maybe
then
our
maybe
God,
our gods are only
also only gods for us.
have it for us.
Right.
They have like other
Their own
creators.
gods. For sure. I mean, it is interesting because and then the next thought I had yesterday, you were already asleep when I was thinking about this, but it's following along the lines of the conversation quite nicely. I thought about the difference between magic and science, like magic and technology.
Mhm.
I think the more I think about it, because I always like every couple of months I come back to this for different reasons,
Mhm.
and I think it's like I'm breaking down the differences. There really isn't like a definitive line that
Mhm.
crosses in between the two things. They share a lot of similarities.
Yeah, who's the one that said magic and science is the same thing? What's the sentence?
I think if you sufficiently developed technology is indistinguishable from
Yeah,
magic.
who said that?
I don't remember who said it, but yeah, it's part of it. It's part of what I was thinking about, but it's not the whole thing. I'll try to break it down, but let's see. Sufficient technology indistinguishable from magic. Yeah, that is Clarke's three laws. So
Who's?
British science fiction writer Arthur C.
Arthur C.
Clarke,
Clarke,
who everyone
okay,
knows, formulated the three adages that are known as Clarke's three laws, of which the third law is the best and most known, most widely cited, which is any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. I think I actually remember the actual quote. Wasn't that verbatim what I said?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so that's part of it. But the other part of it is it's not just the appearance of what. So for a caveman looking at like a car or an airplane, or even for tribes that are cut off from the modern world today, in today's world, when they see an airplane, they don't they don't know, that people built them in factories and there's machining involved and the science behind how it's flying. They're basically looking at a magical object.
Yeah.
So that's why they call it like metal birds or thunderbirds or whatever. So this is like the aspect of the observation. I'm saying like observationally, yes, it's indistinguishable from magic, but like operationally also they're the same. Basically, it's manipulating material.
How do you define magic?
Exactly. Well, I think that magic and alchemy are like sort of closely related, and I think a very broad description
I
of
think alchemy is like a specific type of magic.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a magical. It's like a family of magical systems. We'll call it that, because there's a lot of different types of alchemy as well, and a lot of different interpretations. But basically, I think the general idea behind it is like any type of effort on the part of of a a designer or a person or an entity that manipulates matter in order to affect a change in consciousness would be considered alchemy.
Okay,
So
art is alchemy?
Yes, art is a type of alchemy. Cooking is a type of alchemy.
Okay.
Any kind of.
It's a very broad.
It's very broad. Yeah, this is a very broad, like the broadest way of. Yeah, and then you can
I wouldn't consider art as alchemy, but
would you consider it magic in some way?
It's magical.
Yeah, magic.
I'm not sure if it's magic.
I mean, so basically, magic is like thinking something and affecting reality, right? But that's what you're doing when you're creating art. You're thinking something and you're affecting reality. That's literally what you're doing. Like there's
also, I'm just like putting ink on paper, and you can see a character.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not something that you can. It's not a character. It's just ink. It's just line.
But that's the thing. It's not just. That's what I think you're trying to say. That it's not just ink, because you're communicating an idea. You're communicating an emotion a lot of the time. You are showcasing a style a lot of the time. You're doing a lot of different things on the page.
Yeah, that's why I think it's magical. But it's not magic.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what magic is. Maybe you already believe in magic, but you just don't use that word because you have like some sort of, not you specifically, but people have like a stigma about what that word means. They think it's like a hocus pocus and something appears. But I'm saying that's what you're doing. You're doing hocus pocus
like
and
you
something.
Talk to Alan Moore or something. Or Grant Morrison. Did you hear a podcast with Grant Morrison recently?
No, not recently. No, but
This is because it's the exact
same thing
that they're talking about.
Maybe we're saying the same thing because it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Like I think what I'm saying would make sense to a lot of people, maybe in slightly different ways, but like it just it's a matter of sort of everything is, right? Everything is a matter of context and description. So it's a matter of categorization. So I'm just like trying to talk about like the broadest categorization of art or magic. And that was where the thought experiment took me yesterday.
Yeah.
about like technology and science.
Mm-hmm.
I think on some sort of level, every human being is some sort of creator,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
some people are more than others. Some people are very specialized. Some people have like a broad creatorship, sort of like authorship.
Also, if you have a baby, you're a
If you have a
creator.
baby, you're a creator. If you cook, you're a creator.
Not just creating another human,
Yeah.
but like
Literally
manipulating his
consciousness.
yeah, somehow like
Right.
teaching him stuff.
Yeah, I think that like consciousness is, or experience, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's humanity at the moment doesn't revere it as much as we should.
Okay.
That's what I think. It should be more sacred. Like,
I don't think we understand it.
yeah, maybe that's part of the reason, actually.
I'm sure we don't really completely understand consciousness.
No, we don't even slightly understand consciousness. It's not that we don't completely understand it. We have not the first clue about it at the moment.
Yeah.
We have a very broad general theory about it, maybe. I
But
think
also you can only know that you're conscious. You can't know that somebody else is conscious.
that's true.
So it's hard to
The only
study.
and also the only way for somebody else to be conscious in your world is for you to be conscious.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a plane crashing. You got to put your own mask on first.
Okay.
Right? And
I'm not sure I got the analogy.
I think, yeah, you have to deal. I'm trying to say, like, you have to deal with your own mindscape
Consciousness before,
and yeah, like your own thought landscape and your own emotions before
yeah,
you
and
can really.
it's hard. It's basically impossible to study something like that.
Yeah.
Because science wants like
Empirical,
yeah,
measurable,
like,
categorizable.
mhm.
Right. At the end of the day, I think
Statistical.
I think that like reality itself has so much to do with it's like so intimately related to experience that it might be possible that reality and experience are more the same thing than we think at the moment in Western sort of like scientific thought. Because basically even time doesn't exist if you don't have a nervous system that's parsing reality, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of like famous studies and experiments within quantum physics
Right.
that sort of has some connection with consciousness,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's not really. There's no like complete way to explain it yet.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm basically done with the lines here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to do the blacks.
Yeah.
And if somebody has a question or something to say about what we're talking about, feel free.
Jamie says a drawing can tell a story, express emotion, or spark imagination in someone else without a single word. That feels like a kind of universal spell. Definitely. And also the word spell, if you think about it, is just it literally is spelling, like
talking,
taking an idea and breaking it down into characters in order for someone else to look at it and let's sort of like put it back together, right?
Yeah, language is basically like magic.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's a very powerful type of magic.
Language.
Because it affects the way you experience the world, the way you think.
Do you believe in that? There's this like thought, or there's a theory, I don't know what it's called, in which they say that like this specific type of language that you grow up speaking affects the way your brain perceives reality.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially for like languages that are very different from Western ones,
Yes.
like Chinese, maybe. Maybe it explains the cultural differences.
So you remember the book, well, the movie Arrival
Yeah.
was sort of about how.
Yeah, but there it's like too extreme. I don't think it's possible to learn a language and then be able to experience time differently, completely differently. I think it does maybe slight variations in the way your brain works, but it's not something because basically we're the same as Chinese people. We are not different in the biology.
Right.
So it could be different, but not as different as in Arrival, where she studies a language and after that she can perceive time differently.
I think they were sort of, I think whoever wrote it was sort of trying to convey the point, but in an exaggerated way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about like if you will be able to perceive time differently if you.
Yeah,
I
of course.
I don't think the literal thing is what is being. I think it's
agree, yeah.
it's basically like saying the concept that you were saying before, that you believe that language has
And
an
I
effect.
think that the guy that wrote it is a linguist or something.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I remember reading it as a short story a very long time ago, and then it wasn't called Arrival. It was called. Let me see what it was based on. Arrival based on short story. I read it in an anthology of science fiction books. It was called Story of Your Life. Ted Chiang.
Story of Your Life.
Yes, Story of Your Life. Because remember, it was about her daughter and
yeah, but it sounds like a slice of life story.
Yeah, and just to circle back, the name of the theory that we were talking about, the hypothesis, is the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, and it's also known as linguistic relativity. The strong version of that hypothesis suggests that language determines thought. Even though this is largely rejected, the weaker version, which is widely supported, posits that language influences how we think about and perceive the world in subtle but significant ways. For example, different languages have different ways of categorizing colors, conceptualizing time, and so that sort of makes you categorize things differently and see things in a different way.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere they did a study on the way that we perceive images, and I think they showed some images of like stuff that people can see. Like they went to, I think it was in Africa, and they showed like an indigenous tribe people photos.
Yeah.
That they never seen photos before.
Right. They didn't know what they were.
But the photos have had things that they supposed to know inside. It was lions and grass and stuff like that, but they couldn't see it.
Oh, really? Because they didn't know what the photo was?
Yeah, they couldn't recognize it. They couldn't see that there's a lion in the
Seriously?
photo. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And the explanation is that it was so outside of their
their brain
concept of what is possible in reality that their brain just filtered it away.
They saw just like a bunch of like pixels on a paper.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, they just saw like basically like shapes or something. That happens to me sometimes when I see a drawing and at first, or even like a photo, and at first I don't know what I'm looking at. If I don't know, what the angle is or what the context is, sometimes I just see like random shapes.
Yeah, it's funny because it's a very known technique to study drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
looking at the shapes.
Yeah, the problem that people have when they start like drawing figure drawing or like how do you call
Live drawing.
nature and
Yeah.
inanimate inanimate objects.
Right.
They
Still life.
Yeah, still life. So they look at the thing. Let's say they are drawing like a person,
Yeah.
like a face. They look at the face and they draw what they think it should look like,
Right.
and not what they see,
Right.
what they actually see.
Yes.
And it's easier to look at the thing and like break it down to the only to shapes, and then it's easier to draw it.
Yeah. I remember there being like 3 separate stages of when I used to draw a lot in life drawing. I remember there used to be like 3 separate stages, almost like a muscle that you need to work in order to get into it. The first stage was I would draw what I think it should look like, what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second stage is I would draw the shapes that I saw, which is better. And then the third stage would be I would draw the thing itself somehow. Like there was a stage beyond that where I would just like it would be everything all at once. Like I could even make changes and it would still be a representation of what I was, not just the shapes.
There are many like ways to teach how to
Right.
draw.
Yeah.
But one of them is there are stages.
Mhm.
At first you draw what you think the object should look like, and
Right.
after you study a little bit more, you manage to maybe draw only what you see, like
Yeah.
reality itself. But if you go further than that, you can study like anatomy. And if you know anatomy and if you really know the muscles and how they connect inside and everything, your drawing is going to be looking better because it's like enhanced reality in some way.
Right.
You can when you understand what you see, the image comes out much better.
Yeah.
Especially in live drawing, figure sketching.
I think I heard at some point, I don't remember where it was, but I think I heard they did an experiment where they asked people to draw a specific set of objects or animals, and these are just the general population, right? They're just like your average Joe. And they'd be really bad at it because most people don't really put a lot of effort into learning how to do that. And then they'd electrocute them and ask them to do it again.
When was it and where? Is it from the camps in Nazi Germany?
Oh no, I don't think they like caused damage. I don't think it was any sort of like really harmful levels of electricity. I think it was like very mild shocks.
Okay.
I don't know if this really happened or I'm like I dreamt this or
maybe it's a dream.
But let me try to look for it.
Well, there's a lot of crazy experiment that people really did. So not maybe if it was done in the 60s or 70s, that's completely possible.
Let's see. Oh. Maybe I think I might have like dreamt it or something.
Yeah, there was an episode of The Simpsons,
right,
where they went to a family therapy or something.
Yeah.
And they connected each one to electricity, and they could electrify each other. Do you remember this? I think it was one of the first
Milgram experiment. Oh, maybe they did it because of Milhouse.
Yeah. But it was only the Simpsons family. I think it's one of the first seasons, maybe the first or second season. The show. So it should be like a very old episode.
I'm trying to recall where this sort of like idea came from. I don't remember. Jamie says, your eyes don't see images to your brain. Your eyes don't see images to your brain. Your brain builds the image, it takes fragmented input shapes, vibrations, shadows, and fills in the rest using imagination. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's basically not
I'm not sure if it's imagination.
No,
It's
some of it
something
is,
that's
yeah, some of it is imagination.
I think it's done automatically. The brain
Yes.
does it automatically.
But also an interesting part of that, the flip side is that you're not aware of most of what your senses are being input at the moment. You're not aware of like 100% of what your senses,
because your brain like
because you couldn't, but at
couldn't handle it.
some level you can recall all of the sensations that you're feeling. So it's being processed, just it's being processed on a non-conscious level.
I think it does it to protect.
For sure. No, you have to be able to
psyche.
focus on things, right? You can't be all over the place. I think that would spread us too thinly if you were.
And people that have OCD, I think they have like the specific problem related to that.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, Jamie says I remember the episode of The Simpsons. Was it Milhouse, Milgram? Was that a part
I don't
of why
think
they did
Milhouse
it?
is in that episode.
Really?
Maybe he is in the episode, but not in this arc, not in this part.
Right.
This part is only the Simpsons, and they are electrifying
Each other.
Why?
Yeah. Why were they doing it again?
They start fighting. And
yeah.
I think they were trying to like make them feel each other's pain or something, but it didn't work the way the therapist wanted. Yeah, The Simpsons was a wild show at the beginning, right?
It still is.
I don't think I've seen recent episodes. Maybe we should.
Yeah, I think.
But I think it was a bit more wild
I'm really
in the
hoping that
first seasons.
I'm really hoping that Futurama comes back. Because I mean, it's happened before, so it could happen again.
Futurama, I think they're working on a new season.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure. Not sure. What's happening? What this sound?
Oh, nothing. I had a sudden inimitable craving for cheddar cheese.
What? Okay.
Just cheddar cheese. And you know what's upcoming now, right?
No.
There's a point on every live stream that we do
when you open the beer.
The pop. It's not beer. It's Buble.
Didn't you have one just now?
No, I had one like 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
Buble. Yeah, we're not sponsored by them, but
we could be.
We could be.
Is it bubbly or like you say, buble?
I think that we discovered that it was.
You should tell the story. It's a fun story.
I was sure that I invented saying it as buble, and that my aunt also sort of like invented it on her own, because we both think in the same way or something. But then we discovered that there's a television commercial in which the spokesman is, his last name is Buble. I think he's like a sport, some sort of sportsman. I don't know what sport he's in, maybe baseball or something, or hockey. And then he said Buble. And so either one of us or both of us, or I don't know what, saw the commercial and forgot about it.
Are you sure she forgot about it, or she
if I was the one that saw the commercial, I definitely had no recollection.
Yeah,
of
you
it.
forgot about it for sure, but did she forget about it as well?
I don't know. We never talked about it. I think I don't. Yeah. I think what happened was I heard her say it, and I forgot hearing her say it, and then that's why I said it. And she probably said it because of the commercial. He goes, Jamie says it's episode 4 of season 1. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. The joke is that the therapy is supposed to bring harmony, but their dysfunction is so extreme that the electric chairs practically explode. That's funny.
Mhm. Okay, the hair takes a long time because of all the curves.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the like some of the body in a negative space.
Yes. Your zebra pattern.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing.
It's becoming a
Trope.
not a trope, but like a cornerstone. It's becoming a cornerstone of your style.
Visual language.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Murray is with us today, and who else is regular with us on the live stream. Nick as well. He drops in many times.
And I see there's a lot of people on the stream, and not all of them are talking.
Yeah.
So you don't have to talk.
Yes.
But it could be nice if you say hi.
Yeah, they do. Jamie says hi every single time.
Yeah, Jamie I know.
Mm-hmm.
And Murray I know as well.
Yeah.
But I see that there's others.
Yes. You can say hi in the chat. You can feel free to ask any questions about the process or what you're seeing on the page, about the sketch, about the inking, or what happens next. What's the next steps of finishing off the page?
What will be in the future?
Yeah, anything about the future, the past.
The past is boring.
Is it though? I think you can learn a lot from the past.
Or not learn anything.
Yeah. I finished watching the 3rd season of Foundation.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I've been watching it at night recently on my phone while you're asleep. And I finished watching season 3, and I remember reading some of the books a long time ago. There's some really cool, interesting ideas in there. So, have you read the books?
No.
So basically, there's a mathematician.
I saw the first season.
Right, and he comes up with this technology and sort of like system that determines what the future is going to be like based on what is happening now. It like takes input and sort of calculates, and it's called psychohistory. And yeah, so one of the very cool things that exists there is that he creates a device. I don't remember what it's called. It's this sort of like it almost looks like a platonic solid, like this cube type thing, and it projects atoms into the air, and it shows you the display of psychohistory. And so the object is quantumly separated to 2 different locations, but it's the same object.
Okay.
And
is it based on the Einstein idea of spooky action at the distance?
I think there's some there's some like
quantum entanglement.
Yeah, it's some sort of like quantum entanglement type of thing, where one object I think is like a projection of the other one. That's how they're linked. And then so he builds this device called the Foundation or the Ark, and spoilers about the Foundation if you haven't watched it yet or read it, but I'm just giving like a very general outline. I'm not spoiling any specific plot points, but talking about the technology involved and the ideas in the book in the series. And so he creates this sort of temple in which there is a digital artificial intelligence copy of himself in there.
I think I remember it from the first season.
And the cool thing is because he figured out how to manipulate matter at a very basic level. When you walk in there, it's like way bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It looks tiny on the outside, and then you get in there, and it's a huge space. It's like football stadiums inside, and yeah, and then you can converse with the artificial intelligence sort of clone of his mind in there, and that clone is not restricted to time the same way that people on the outside of the vault are restricted to time. And so it sort of like sends and receives information about the future and the past and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. There's a lot of
cool ideas.
Yeah, cool ideas. Original sort of.
It's Asimov, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Asimov is like the Beatles of science fiction.
Yeah, Isaac Asimov. Where did Isaac Asimov? Where did he live? Do you know? Was he?
I think. Isn't he British?
I also think he was British. Let's see. Isaac Asimov was an American writer and professor of biochemistry at Boston University. I also thought he was British for some reason. Maybe it's the glasses.
And Stanislav Lem was Russian.
Well, yeah.
He's also a very cool science fiction writer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the pointy tips of the zebra pattern with the back with the nib because I need it more precise.
Yes.
Only the tips of it.
Jamie asks, have you seen any films lately? I was looking at going to see Rental Family. Need to rewatch Foundation last season before I watch this new one. I think the first season was the best season, which mostly is the case. More often than not.
Except of Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yeah.
Which is better than the first movie.
Right. But like The Matrix, Alien, all of those, first movie was the best by far.
Oh, we saw the what's the name of the Netflix show?
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
the first 4 episodes have been released at the point of our live stream at the moment. We watched the first 4 episodes. Some of them are very long. I think the last one was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too long.
Yeah, so basically every single episode is like its own movie in terms of production and length. And,
yeah, I think it's a nice show, but it's a bit juvenile, I think.
Yeah, I think it's intentional.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Apparently it is the most expensive television series ever produced.
And do you think it should be? Like, is it reasonable to say that?
Oh,
After seeing
you're asking that, like, having not known that, would I guess it from watching it?
Yeah.
No, I would not have guessed that. I would still have guessed that, like, Game of Thrones seasons
And
were more
you
expensive.
have like knowledge about
My
visual effects,
my entire
yeah.
career has been creating 3D animation and doing like post production and visual effects, and
no, it doesn't look.
it doesn't look like it should be the most expensive series ever produced. I'm not saying that it's like completely bogus and disgusting and nothing. No, it looks good. It just doesn't strike me as having, that type of gravitas behind it. Like it wouldn't need.
Sometimes the budget is not going for visual effects, but for like actors and salaries and stuff like that. So maybe Winona Ryder, she like costs a lot of money.
Well, they should get me. I'm cheaper than her, and I can definitely like make scared faces all the time. Not just scared faces, also like a disgusted face that her character makes all the time. We watched Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro. I think we talked about it as well on one of the live streams, maybe a little bit.
Yes, maybe.
And what else have we seen recently? We also saw
Bugonia.
Yeah, we said on the live that we went to see Bugonia, but I don't know that we talked about it maybe that much.
We didn't. I think we talked about it a little bit.
Maybe.
I said that I prefer his previous movie.
Right, yeah. Jamie, have you seen Bugonia?
I think it's more mainstream than the other one. Than Poor Things. I really liked Poor Things much better than Bugonia. Yeah, it's something else. It's not like similar in any way. And I also really like The Lobster. Also a great movie.
I saw The Lobster. I did not see Poor Things. He's saying he's looking to go see The Rental Family. I don't know what that is. Have you heard of that?
No.
What's The Rental Family? Let's see. The Rental Family.
We also saw well, it wasn't recently, but we saw the Demon Slayer movie.
Right.
And there's a Chainsaw Man movie that we want to see, but we didn't have time.
Yeah.
Yet. And also Jujutsu Kaisen. There's supposed to be
a movie. Is it in theaters?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
It's gonna be in theaters. Maybe it's already in theaters.
Let's see. Jujutsu. Cineplex. Yeah, I think it's. Let's see here.
I saw on YouTube today animation. I don't know how it didn't look like AI to me, but it was very high quality of just Jujutsu Kaisen versus One Punch Man. It was very cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it looked like somebody really like worked on it for a long time because it was very, very well made for a YouTube video.
Yes.
I don't think any of our listeners are watching any anime.
You think so? I'm not sure.
I think we are talking a lot about anime here, and I'm not sure if anybody's interested.
Yeah, let's.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if the Jujutsu Kaisen is already in theaters.
And is it?
I don't know yet.
I think we saw like a poster of it in the theater last time we went there.
A poster, yeah. Maybe it's upcoming. Maybe it's gonna like.
Yeah,
be there
I think it's
soon.
upcoming.
Yeah, I can see Predator Badlands, Bukonia Frankenstein, The Running Man.
The Running Man, that's supposed to be interesting.
Really?
I'm not sure I read the reviews, but it's a remake of a 80s movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is there another Wicked movie?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
What wasn't the previous one just like a few months ago?
I think so, yeah.
How do they already have another one out?
No. It makes a lot of money,
Did
so
they film them back to back?
I think it's with Ariana Grande. She's the main character in the new one. I'm not sure I know any of her songs.
Huh. Jamie says, did you know that Amazon are doing a Blade Runner series?
What?
No.
Animated or live action?
Dun we watch, yes we do. Demon Slayer we watch. Jujutsu Kaisen we watch. I don't know what Spy Family is.
Yeah, I saw Spy Family. I saw maybe, I think 5 episodes.
Yeah, was it good?
It's nice.
So Jamie
Yeah.
watches anime,
Okay.
by the way. So
Cool.
already, we're proven wrong in our theory that.
I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, I was trying to take the blame off of you.
Yeah, Spy Family is nice. I'm not sure I would. So, I think I only saw like 5 episodes or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about the rest of it. But yeah, it's nice. I think the best one that I've seen recently is Vinland Saga. It's not really recent, but that's the best anime
Yeah.
I've seen. There's also a very nice one called Ranking of Kings.
Yeah.
Which is like it has like a different style. It doesn't look like anime. It looks like something else.
What does it look like?
They have like something different. It looks like a mixture of Western animation and anime together.
Yeah.
But very, very cool ideas and animation.
So it seems that Blade Runner 2099 is the Amazon operation that Jamie was referring to. It's scheduled to premiere on Amazon Prime Video sometime during 2026. There's no specific release date at the moment, but they did confirm, Amazon and MGM Studios, that it was going to be released sometime in 2026, so very soon, possibly the coming months. The series was delayed from an earlier estimate due to the Hollywood strikes and extensive post-production work.
Who's the creator?
Let's see here.
It's not Ridley Scott is not.
No, I think we would have known about it if Ridley Scott was. Well, I like the fact that Michelle Yeoh is one of the actresses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really like her.
Yeah.
Blade Runner. I've liked her ever since I saw her in what it was, it Crouching Tiger. Yeah.
Hidden Dragon.
She's
And
very
recently
good.
she's done
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah,
was,
that was also a very cool movie. We went into it not knowing anything about it, which I think is the best way to go about watching that movie.
I think I knew something about it because our friend Lior told me about it a little bit before.
Mm-hmm. It says in November 2021, Ridley Scott announced that a pilot for a Blade Runner television spin-off had been written along with a series Bible and initial plans for 10 episodes. In February 2022, the series titled Blade Runner 2099 was revealed and it was being developed for Amazon Prime Video. So I don't know if he is. Let me see if he is the direct, like actual hands-on.
Maybe it's the producer.
Yeah, maybe he's like the executive producer or something. Hmm.
I thought about it that so Ridley Scott's like two big franchises are Alien and Blade Runner,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird that Alien was much more successful than Blade Runner.
Do you think? You think
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, for
Maybe.
sure. Alien like had like four
Yeah.
four movies like in the beginning.
Well, the xenomorph, sort of. I think the reason that the xenomorph is designed the way it is by Giger is because he wanted to like shock you really intensely while looking at the creature, because basically it hits on two of the basic emotions that we have, which is like fear. It's a very scary image, and it's also a very sexualized image,
it's
right?
It's horror.
It's horror, but it also
Blade
it's very
Runner-
phallic
I think
at the
that
same
I think
time.
that Blade Runner is more like thought provoking.
Exactly, and I think that's the
it's
reason.
less commercial.
Right, and I think that's the reason why it's so one of them is like hitting, below the belt and above the neck, and at the same time, and the other one is sort of like more thoughty, more, um, yeah, introspective, maybe.
I read that some people say that it's the same universe.
I don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't think you could necessarily.
I don't think he planned that
No,
like,
I don't think he
intentionally,
planned
but
it, yeah.
you can see
Some
like
similarities or something.
with the
It feels
replicants.
it feels like maybe the Blade Runner universe, if you put like all the dates aside at the moment and just take it for what it is, like the city, the way the architecture is and the characters, the weaponry, the yeah, vehicles, it would feel to me like the Blade Runner world was, if they are in the same universe, was like a later date of the Alien world, the world in which Alien is
what
based.
are the real dates? Do you know?
So what is like Blade Runner supposed to be placed at? I think
it
somewhere
it
after
happened.
2040, maybe.
I think it happened like recently, the date we arrived at Blade Runner date from the movie.
The events of the original film are set in November 2019, and the sequel is set in 2049. And then I'm guessing 2099, which is coming out, what Amazon is working on, is going to be based in 2099.
So Alien is much later.
Is it much later? Is it?
So
The Alien franchise, what dates are? Yeah, it could be, yeah. Right. Yeah, I think so. Alien, the first one is based in 2122, and then the second one is based in 2179, and Covenant is 2104, so that's like earlier because it was like a prequel. And Romulus is 2142, and Alien Earth is 2120. So yeah, 2104 was the earliest date that which Covenant was based in 2104. The 22nd century.
So if it's the same universe, they didn't like develop the AI technology there a lot after the replicants,
right,
because they look human.
Yeah. Already, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I
More,
mean,
more than the ones in Alien.
it's interesting that like in Blade Running, there is absolutely no talk of space or space exploration or other planets.
There is. Yeah, the new colony.
Oh, really?
So Blade Runner is the old colony, and they have like commercials on Zeppelins.
Right.
Like
Oh, right. Maybe they
saying-
it's like a tangential sort of, they sort of hint at it,
Mhm.
go off world or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of them have interplanetary travel capabilities. We'll say, well, maybe, extrasolar even, possibly. So in Alien, obviously they have extrasolar travel capabilities, but do I see them being the same universe? I still don't see them automatically as being in the same universe. I don't know why.
A lot of the time, I know it because I create myself.
Mm-hmm.
I create worlds
Right.
in stories.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like similar ideas for different projects. And that's the reason it looks as if it's supposed to be like in universe.
Right.
And it's cool to think that, because it might be
That what?
that you can like connect the two universes together if you want to, if you really want to, but it doesn't mean that that was the intention.
Right.
But I guess the intention doesn't really matter if you can do something with it that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh yeah, he says Ridley or she. I'm not sure if Jamie is a he or she, but Jamie says Ridley Scott is going to produce the series. Yeah, okay, so that was our guess.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see how it turns out.
Is it live action?
Yeah, I think so. Because Michelle Yeoh's playing in it.
Maybe she does a voice.
No, I think
acting.
it's going to be live action. It says it doesn't say animated anywhere, and um, yes, it says filming as well. So filming in Prague, the Czech Republic, and the filming began in June 2024.
In Prague.
Yeah.
I guess it's maybe cheaper to film there.
Yeah, some countries have. Um,
Like for tax purposes or
yeah,
something.
tax purposes, or they have like studios that help you do everything.
Like in
it's
Canada.
cheaper. Yeah, it's like cheaper. Yeah, in Canada, you get like tax breaks that you were saying, and yeah. Jamie says Blade Runner failed in the box office and critics
Yeah, I
didn't
know
like
it
it.
failed.
It eventually
Yeah.
got a lot of fans. You could connect it to, but they are not connected. Yeah, you could connect it, but they're yeah.
Yeah, it failed. Originally, it failed
Really?
in theaters.
So what happened? Like, how did it become?
People got to know it on video cassettes.
Really?
I think that's the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
On a video. I'm sorry to age myself here.
Don't be sorry.
I think they also released like all of the different. There's a lot of different cuts of film, like different versions
of the first film.
Yeah. Like the director cut is different than the released the movie that was released, especially the voiceover. I think Ridley Scott didn't want voiceover.
Really?
And the movie, I think the producers thought it's too it's not relatable or something.
Relatable?
Yeah, they added the voiceover.
Right.
That Harrison Ford did. It's crazy that he was in the second movie as well. The first movie is from 82, 83.
80. I'm thinking like 80 maybe or 81.
And he also played in the second movie, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, 1982. You're right.
82.
So we were very, very young when it came out. Extremely young. Like we were 1 years old, half a year old.
And the second movie was 2020. So it's
No, I don't
40,
think 2020. No,
40
I think
years later.
um
2018.
do you think so?
Yeah. 17, 18.
20 films. 2017. Yeah, Blade Runner 2049 came out in 2017. And then that's it, basically, so far, right? Until the series comes out. Or no, there was another one. Was there not another one?
Maybe there's there was an animation, maybe.
No, I don't think there was an animation. I remember there being 3 films. Am I inventing things?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there was only 2 so far, but well, we have the series to look forward to. I hope that turns out really good, because that's a very cool universe. It has a lot of interesting set design, prop design, costume design, acting. Yeah, there's a lot of cinematography that we like in it.
A lot of it was influenced by Mobius and
Yeah,
French cartoonists. So Valerian, Messières, and Mobius.
right. And Jamie says there has been an anime series. Really? Was it good? Jamie, did you see it? Did you watch it? Getting into all those corners that it would be difficult later on to do with the thicker tool at the moment.
Even though it's not the thinnest one.
Yeah.
But I need to cover a lot of area and be accurate at the same time.
Right.
But in this, basically, I think I'm done with the outlines of the blacks. Just a few more corners here. And yeah, I can go the thicker one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with this. So this is like I think it's a very satisfying part.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in.
I don't know why. Why is it so
we are already in the close-up. And why is it satisfying? Well, basically because you're like covering a large region in one stroke, and you just see the color being laid down right in front of you.
But you see it in small areas as well. Why is it more satisfying seeing large areas?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's definitely a thing.
Something our brain does.
So it says the animated series is called Black Lotus. It's a neo-noir science fiction animated series based on them. And I'm wondering if it was good. It looks like it was
I think
3D animated.
I think I saw it and I didn't like the animation.
Right.
Maybe. So that's another thing that is interesting. I don't know why, but it's not just me. A lot of people don't like when they do like the anime and animation in 3D that's trying to look like it's 2D,
Right.
like toon shaders.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we like it? Why does it
I think
feel like
it just
feels like people are cutting corners by doing that?
yeah. I think firstly, one of the reasons that they do it in 3D is basically to cut corners, so to cut
Because
back on
it's cheaper.
production. Yes. Once you model and rig a character, you have that character, and you don't have to draw every single frame. Yeah, you're doing keyframing. A lot of the lighting is already set up,
But
right?
but that's not the reason I don't like it.
No,
I
I
don't like
know,
it but
I know.
because it looks.
But you mentioned like cutting corners. So first of all, yes, they're cutting corners. That's inherent in the reason that they're doing it. But then the next thing would be, I think that the motion that is generated by 3D programs is very methodical and it's not loose. So even if you're using a shader that's like a toon shader, that's just it would make it look like a flat drawing for one frame, right? But when it starts moving and you can tell that the shape is not
It's based
deforming,
on 3D,
right?
yeah.
The shape is like a rigid 3D form, right? And so you automatically get that feeling of, oh, okay, so this is not, it's not handmade, it's not loose, it doesn't breathe, as it were. It's not, that's not to say that you can't create that kind of lively breath in 3D animated content. You can, but they don't tend to do it when they do the 3D animated series.
Sometimes it does work. For I think we saw Arcane, which had like
Yes,
a cool.
Arcane, yeah.
I think it was more. I think it was like they combined some 2D animations with the 3D. Like I remember they did like the maybe smoke and like particle animation in
Yeah.
2D, like the action lines and stuff like that. But they did do something with the character to make them more like flexible.
Yeah. I'm sure that even more than just like smoke and particles were done in 2D as well.
There's a funny thing with anime. I think I've seen the first episode of Chainsaw Man,
Yeah.
and I saw it like a long time ago, and so it starts with 2D animation, and there's like a big action sequence at the end of the first episode, and all the actions sequence is done with 3D with the stiff figures style animation.
Yeah.
And I stopped watching it because of that.
Mhm.
But then afterwards, in the second episode and third and fourth, they stopped doing that. They do that maybe occasionally, maybe once or twice in an episode. And I don't know why it was like that, especially for the first episode, because I think they know that people don't like it. So why do it in the first episode?
I don't know. Maybe they had a deadline. Actually, no, because that doesn't make sense because you have to plan
In
ahead of
advance,
time
yeah.
to if you're going to be doing things in 3D or 2D, right? Like these are different people with different like skills completely entirely.
I guess it makes sense to cut some corners if it like helps to like save save the series or
Right.
make it possible. But do it in like the very interesting parts. Like do it in the I don't know the backgrounds, like the background characters. Do it in a smart way.
Yeah, and in Chainsaw Man, it's like in exactly the specific part where you'd want it to be hand animated.
Yeah,
it is 3D
action
animated in the action parts. Yeah, which
sometimes the action is done like in 2D.
Yeah,
and it looks way better. It looks amazing.
It also takes way more time, and you have to be like specialized in doing that as well. I think it's possibly harder to come by 2D animators these days. I'm not sure if that's like, it's not based on anything, but I would venture to guess that
Not in Japan. I think
maybe not in Japan. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of manga being produced, but that's not the same as actual animation.
But there's a lot of anime also.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
true.
anime.
Yeah,
much
it could
more
be.
than
Yeah, it
in
could
the
be
West.
that in Japan there are more 2D animators,
I'm
and
sure
in the
there
West there
are
are more
more,
3D
much more,
animators.
yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
And I wonder why they love so much 2D art there, much more than here in the West, in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that sort of culturally snowball into.
I think maybe it's related to the history there because they developed like the cartoon style much before.
Way before.
Yeah, way before
Yeah.
the West.
But just because they developed it before doesn't necessarily mean that they would adopt it for longer.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if you see like art from the 17th century in Europe compared to in Japan,
yeah,
you can see like manga already in Japan in the 17th century. And in the West, it's mostly paintings.
right. Yeah, it was like
There's no like
scenery and
figurative
environments and,
drawing with like black
right.
outlines,
Yes,
for example.
yeah, for sure.
There's no
Yeah.
cartoons or illustrations. Maybe they did start to do illustrations, but even the illustrations in the West looks more rendered.
Yeah, true.
Big Barda is almost
done inking.
No, I have.
You have the backdrop.
I have the background.
Some details and the white lines.
Yeah, the white lines are gonna take some time because there's a lot of them here. Oh, by the way, I didn't say, but this character that she's stepping on,
yeah,
is dark side.
Okay.
Because I saw that it's the main nemesis of Big Barda. Dark side is basically it's like gods or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, new gods. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, Jack Kirby had a lot of crazy ideas in the 60s.
Okay, so it has been an hour and a half.
Okay.
At this point, we're gonna sign off, and thanks for joining us again.
Wait, let me show.
I'm gonna show a broad overview of what you did today. Very cool.
So this is gonna stay like this. So basically, this is finished here. I'm gonna draw the head piece here.
Yeah.
And add some details, maybe like ornaments on the boots and the costume, and I'm gonna do the white lines over the blacks and here as well, and the backgrounds. So I guess there's another maybe 2-3 hours work on that.
Yeah.
3 hours, I think, more or less.
And next time we'll show the finished version, right? We'll show it finished when we start.
I think I'm gonna finish it by next time, but I'm not sure because I have a lot of other stuff I need to do this week.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
again next week. And see you, Rob and Jamie, and anyone else that's online at the moment or watching later. It was a nice conversation today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye. See you.